who doesn't enjoy watching films, right? So it's been, I think, several months since the last time I watched a film. I think the last film I saw was, I think, Frozen 2 with my kids. And then the last film I saw was, sad to say, I think Star Wars, what do you call this? Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker. So that was last December, right? So it was a long time. So considering where we are now, it's August going to September. It's been more than half a year since I went to a movie theater. I'm sure a lot of people are missing watching films, in theater houses and so forth. And guess what? Some movie theaters are trying to reopen. Not in our case, but in other regions. So in particular, in the United States, they're planning to open. Actually, they have opened this week. Okay, in terms of movie theaters and offering different films. I don't know what film is being shown. There was supposed to be showing Mulan, but Disney being Disney, they instead shown their film in their streaming. I think I forgot. It's HBO, I think I forgot, or Disney. I forgot which streaming that they own. Anyway, so let's take a look here. Ay, wrong one. So you can see here, movie theaters are going to reopen, but one of the main concerns here is, obviously, we want entertainment, we want to be entertained, but the problem here is, at what risk? So it's never safe to just simply go out, to do basic stuff, work, study, and so forth. But for entertainment purposes, people are very apprehensive now. On one hand, if you're a business owner, in terms of you own several movie theaters, how can you generate revenue if no one's watching the film? But how can people go out in terms of safety? Can you guarantee the safety of each individual who's watching the film, that they are safe inside, similar how they are at home or in a hospital, something like that? And I don't think anyone can guarantee that, right? So obviously, there's still people who's willing to go out and risk everything and still want to watch, enjoy a good film. But how about the rest? It would be a small segment, not a majority. But again, will it be enough to sustain the many businesses or movie theaters in this case? I think some of the known movie theaters, what was that? AMC is one. So there are many companies here. Yeah, actually, Cinema, Regal, Marcos Theaters, are planning to open because they have chains, lots of movie theaters that it's still shut down. If they don't operate, they don't generate revenue, right? And one of their key plans that they're planning here is, to provide stricter measures, right? Which is okay, but how do you guarantee? Now, they were mentioning that they're going to implement, what they call this, installing an air filtration system, so to minimize the transfer or the spread of the virus. But again, at the end of the day, can you guarantee the safety of the individuals? If it's not, then why even risk it, right? Similar to when you're riding an airplane, traveling abroad or somewhere else, right? So there's a risk involved, and is it worth it? You go to movie house to enjoy yourself, then get sick at the same time. So meaning you can sue them, right? Is that okay with them? But we have to wait and see, and people will still decide whatever happens, right? But in our case here, movie theaters in our location, in our cities, in our country are still closed. So I think that's good in some ways, but we do miss watching movies in public.